little girl, 9 or 10 years old, I was gifted this book to write down my thoughts, and it's basically like a small mosaic of my life. It tells me what the 9-year-old Aditi loved, what the 10-year-old Aditi was encouraged by, what was she afraid of, what encouraged her, basically everything. And today, when I read this, there is so much that the 28-year-old me wants to tell the Aditi from 2007 and 9 and 12 and 21. And that is what I want to talk about today. What I would want to tell my younger self. Because let's be honest, problems have remained the same. Technology might have become faster paced. So before I begin, there's this short quote that I've written. It's from this movie called Shawshank Redemption, and if you haven't watched it, you should. It's an excellent movie. It says, "Some birds aren't meant to be caged. Their feathers shine too bright, and when they escape, every part in you that knew it was a sin to cage them rejoices." The first lesson that I want to give the younger Aditi is fight the cultural hegemony. Now, Italian philosopher Antonio Gramsci first coined the term hegemony and elaborated on cultural hegemony. Let us break it down, let us put it very simply. What is cultural hegemony? It is domination of one social class over the other in the name of culture. Let's break it down even further with the help of examples. How do you think Hitler was able to torture so many Jews for so long? You think it would have been possible without the support of the common masses? Of course not. It was because Hitler believed, and he was able to make the German masses believe that they belong to a superior race, the German race, the Aryan race, and the others belong to an inferior race, especially the Jews. Science was manipulated and it was made racist, and the tortures happened. Why do you think European traders were able to subject so many Africans to slave trade? It was because, in fact, this is very surprising, but there are a lot of research papers from those times that claim that Africans were underdeveloped. They were not humans. Surprising, right? Ridiculous to an extent. Well, it was what it was during that time. And that is what I call cultural hegemony. Science being manipulated on the basis of cultural hegemony. When I was 10, I was attending this religious camp of sort, and I heard this religious leader say in public that ladki hona is a result of your previous life sins in public, and you suffer so much because you are a ladki. I knew that something was wrong, but I couldn't reason the wrong because, yeah, I was just 10, right? When I was 12 and I was given this, and I was an excellent art student, okay? And the school teacher comes up to me and she tells me that you should pick up embroidery, Aditi, because ladki ho to aage kaam aayega. And I could not pick up the embroidery thread until 2 years ago when I discovered that I actually liked it and not because ladki. When I was 16 and I was deciding on what to choose as my career, and I had a decent enough percentage, a relative, a very close relative of my father comes to him and tells him that लड़की है इतना पढ़ा के क्या करोगे आगे लड़का नहीं मिलेगा. I knew that something about it was wrong, but couldn't again reason the wrong because I was 16. When I was 21, I had a call from one of the most prestigious institutions of the country, the Indian Institute of Management, Tiruchirappalli. And this was the day when I'm supposed to leave, my flights scheduled for the day, and my bags are packed, everything is ready. And my mom, the religious person that she is, I hope she does not watch this, but the religious person that she is, she took me to this spiritual leader. And here is what the spiritual leader tells me in the form of her blessings that, क्या करोगी चेन्नई जाके? Trichy, Chennai, same thing for them. But anyway, क्या करोगी चेन्नई जाके? आखिर में तो घर ही संभालना है, लड़की हो. Somehow, I started hating the fact ladki hu. When I was 26, a proper adult, what you would call me, and I decided to quit my decent enough job to start my own business, kids clothing label. And here is what, there was no dearth of people who came to me and told me that kahan mardon ki duniya mein ghusi ja rahi ho. Why leave the comfort of a well-paying job? Ladki ho, comfortable raho. It was then that I realized as a proper adult that ladki hu is not a fault. The fault is with the society, because This is a major part of who I am, and I am very proud of it. And that is what I want to tell the younger Aditi. Fight the cultural hegemony. And that is what I want to tell you. The next time somebody tries to pass racism and sexism as common sense, tell them it is the privilege of cultural hegemony that is making them talk. And also, from my end, tell them to shut up. The next lesson that I want to give is eliminate the wrong options and be courageous. So when I was 19, I was pursuing the chartered accountancy course because all my friends started doing it and I also wanted to do it. And I had cleared the level 1, but it took me 3 attempts of level 2 to realize that this is not for me because I was this creative person and it just did not fit right with me. So I decided taking CAT, which opened so many doors for me. By the way, I'm also a verbal and reasoning faculty with time, and I've been teaching students for 3 years now. And here is the first thing that I teach them in class: use the method of elimination. You have 4 options. Instead of choosing the right option directly, eliminate the negatives. It is a beautiful line, and life is not different from that. You know, when I used to listen to speakers when I was your age, and even now, I used to be very inspired by a lot of people and borderline jealous because how did these people have such specific dreams? It was so difficult for me. I did not have such specific dreams, and I used to think that I'm a loser. And that is what I want to tell the 19 and 20-year-old Aditi. Aditi, you're not a loser. It's just that you don't have specific dreams. You have broader dreams. And that is what all of us have, right? I mean, we might not have specific dreams, like probably you might not know what college you want to get into, or you might not know where you see yourself 5 years down the line. But I'm sure all of us have broader dreams. I want to be financially independent. I want to be under Forbes 30 under 30. I'm 28, by the way, very optimistic, might get in. If it does not happen, I'm going to get into Forbes 40 under 40. But always optimistic. Thank you. So the method of elimination works wonders, always. Here is a very interesting story from my life. So when I was doing my 2-year MBA at IIM Trichy, and in the second year, we had this amazing elective called entrepreneurship. And mind you, I come from a family of entrepreneurs, but I had never specifically thought I wanted to become an entrepreneur. I did not think so much. I just knew I wanted to become financially independent. But I knew that when I was doing the chartered accountancy course, something didn't fit right. But nothing felt wrong when I was doing MBA for my CAT. And when I was doing this entrepreneurship course, something within me kicked. I knew that this is what I want to do. And our then professor of entrepreneurship, Dr. Sankalp Pratap, had made this course very interesting. It was a live project. The whole course was a live project, no textbooks, with real money involved. And over a span of 2 years, I did a lot of entrepreneurship projects, from selling home decor ventures, everything. They would tell me that Aditi hai to sab bech dehi. So, and I was even awarded as the entrepreneurship, I was even awarded the entrepreneur of the batch. But I did not have the courage to leave or to say a no to an internship converted full-time job because it was well paying, it was comfortable, and it was just that. So the job was nothing but I was supposed to analyze and make decisions for the back office of a bank that was based in NatWest. Basically, a lot of Excel, Control C, Control V, and so if I have to like put it in terms of examples, it was me trying to understand what a Peter in London, somewhere in London, why was he sad about his £2 of interest coming late from the bank by 3 days? I did not care less. I'm sorry. But I was this creative person, right? So I decided to take a plunge of faith and a lot of courage, and I jumped into this journey of entrepreneurship. And I'll say I'm still building this clothing label. It's called Date Food. And even after I took the decision, I felt bad at times because my batchmates were doing amazing, right? They were taking these Maldives vacations and they were getting next promotions. Social media does not help. So I felt bad because I couldn't do all of that because of my venture. But I felt bad. I did not feel something that I'm doing is wrong, and that is what your heart will tell you. And I'm so glad that I took this decision because look at this. This literally makes up my whole day. They are just a lot of reviews. Can you? Yeah, makes up my whole day. And yeah, so what I want to tell you is, thank you. What I want to tell you is, and it might sound a little melodramatic, but if you don't know what your dreams are, you're not a loser. Your dreams are just not specific enough. And I'm sure your heart is going to tell you what does not fit right. Listen to it, be courageous, choose an option that has a lot of options further. You're not going to regret. The next thing that I want to tell the young Aditi is say the first hi. We all know that one kid who sits in the corner, drinks her own tea, and is not involved with other people's business. That was me. That was me. But a 2-year MBA changed that. It pushed me out of the comfort zone. Cut to 3 years ago, when I was attending this IIT IIM alumni meet in Ahmedabad, I met Satish sir, who has been the director of Time, Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar. He was looking for a faculty in VARC. I was an excellent student at VARC when I was preparing for CAT. I have always been a voracious reader. So I technically do fit into the definition of a good teacher. And 3 years later, it is probably one of the best decisions that I've taken, mentoring so many kids. And it is truly, truly satisfying to see somebody that you have taught achieve their dreams. And I just want you to look at this. It's just messages over 3 years that I've received from the kids. And that is what I want to tell all of you out here. Do not be shy to tell the first hi. Okay? And the last thing, never lose your sleep over a guy. Not worth it. When I was 21 and I used to be so upset about this guy not texting me back, and I used to feel that my whole world is going to be ruined, and I just want to laugh at her. But anyway, I want to tell that young Aditi that your heartbreak is valid, and I know it is difficult, but you are stronger than that, and you can get over it. You know, this whole concept of better half seems so flawed to me. You have to become your own whole and find another whole. You are your better half. Who can understand you better than yourself? Nobody. And unlike what Bollywood teaches us, you're supposed to correct the wrong guy. They are not projects. You are not project managers. Unlike what they teach you about, thank you. And okay, adding on to that, if you are going to be project managers, might as well be paid for it. Corporate gives you a lot of money for that. Don't do it for free. Never. And unlike you shouldn't be the damsel in distress waiting to be saved. You have to be your own warrior because life is not Bollywood. And of course, you cannot stop believing in destiny. And I now truly believe that destiny is going to find the right person for you. Guess what? Where did I meet the right person? I met him in an Uber pool. For all you rich kids out there who don't know what Uber pool is, it's basically people sharing rides because it's cheaper. That's what Uber pool is. And thanks to Mumbai traffic, when I and Kunjan were sharing the ride, a 15-minute ride became 45 minutes one, and we bonded, and we have seen almost everything. We were two different people, raised in two different cities, but we were our complete wholes. I was mine, he was his. We were not doing each other's project management. And we survived almost everything that you can name off from all your Bollywood movies. You call it long distance, COVID, intercaste marriage, everything. We survived it, and thank God, because had I not been my own whole, I don't think I would have been what I am today. And the lesson that I want to tell the younger Aditi is self-respect is greater than anything, and never ever lose sleep over a guy. And here is the last thing that I want to tell the young Aditi, the Aditi from when she was 19 and 20, buy Facebook, buy Nvidia, and buy Adani. Your life is going to be sorted. Thank you. Thank you so much.